Tinubu's blues and the CJN's burden. Welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The spotlight on Nigeria in the last 1 week is demanding, to say the least. When eventually the dust raised by the inquest into the academic records of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu in faraway United States settles and the president is left off the hook, it will be a Pyrrhic victory for him and the nation. At some point in his life, the president made some wrong choices that have come back to haunt him. There is no escaping the fact that the scandals around his political career were unforced errors, and he must come out clean on this. Perhaps those who say politics is a dirty game had Nigeria in mind. Our politicians fight dirty. So, if you have a shady past you want to keep from public screening, stay away from politics, because even those you think are your friends will turn out to undo you. That is the loss of President Tinubu. His former cronies, who know too much about him, now volunteer some information to the opposition. The difference between Tinubu and those before him, like the former speaker Sanusi Buhari, Kemi Adeosun, and Little Mesoma, is that Tinubu is a man of means and very well established, and has, they say, money answered all prayers. Tinubu will eventually escape this, as he has always done. Tinubu is president of Nigeria, and there is hardly anything anybody can do about it until the Supreme Court says otherwise. So we have to give him all the support he needs to steer the ship of state safely to the betterment of Nigerians and Nigeria. This emergence remains the subject of controversy, but he did not make himself president. INEC pronounced him the winner. However, the controversy and the heated altercations between the parties are no thanks to Professor Yakubu Mohammed's INEC, which simply failed to live up to his promises. If INEC boasted that it would replicate what it did with Osun, Edo, Anambra, etc., but it failed. When it mattered most, the presidential election, which is more contentious and of a greater and higher stake, then the commission simply dropped the ball and must be ashamed of itself whenever it tries to re-spin the narrative. INEC's failure to justify the humongous provisions in both technology and resources to make the election less contentious, in which sees the outcome would be clear to the winner and the loser. So whoever emerges winner would simply resume the job of governance without unnecessary distractions. How INEC, after telling the world of its planned procedures for the election, did the very opposite, yet expect the electorate to understand its full hardness beats one's imagination. Be that as it may, the action has since shifted from the INEC to the courts. Whatever the Supreme Court decides is final. The earlier that it resolved, the better for the nation, because the distraction that has come with all this may be too expensive for the nation. Going forward, whoever may be the next electoral umpire must come to the inescapable fact that Yakubu's failure and its consequences are something we must avoid in the future. The nation is torn today along political, ethnic, and other primordial lines because we just refuse to avail of the inherent benefits of technology. Technology has come to ease processes, and we have no choice but to embrace it fully. Those who want to remain with the old order must stay consigned to the dustbin of history. The future is technology, and with the performance of Yakubu, he simply does not belong to that future. President Tinubu clearly attended the Chicago State University, but it is also true that it is not a mere coincidence from the 1999 when he became governor and now he has been dogged by the same controversy around his certificate. This is identity, the real age, the state of origin, etc. That certainly cannot be complimentary to a nation whose reputation has been blighted by corruption and all other manner of fraud. However, it is that in 1999 he failed in Government College Ibadan as a secondary school, only for him to withdraw this after so many controversies trade that claim, and then in filling his form to the same INEC for the 2023 presidential election, he left out both his primary and his secondary schools blank. At what point did he now attended the government college in Lagos, which he failed while seeking admission in the Chicago State University? How did he also claim to have finished at Government College, Lagos in 1970 when the school was only established in 1974? It is appealing that we keep lowering the standard for our leaders to such ridiculous levels that it appears that the rules and the standards are only there for the ordinary people. When the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, lied that he had his school certificate with the Nigerian army and the army denied that, some shameless Nigerians told us that his experience would suffice and that even if he presented a utility bill, that should be enough. When the heat would not die, then they made officials of the West African Examination Council. They do home delivery for Buhari. That was how low we went, and he went away with it. The truth is that all it takes to be president of this country is just the ability to read and write, yet to be a banker, a job that at the height of his glory was done by school certificate holders. The banks now insist on first-class graduates, and as if to satisfy the urge for first class, some private universities are beginning to trim out first class graduates like it is going out of fashion. It is not strange. So guys, I'm dropping it here. What's your take on this?